I officially quit coffee. And before you jump into the comments, I used to do just one coffee per day, just in the morning, but then the rest of the day I was very edgy because normally I'm a very nervous person. So that was too much for me. And now, since I moved to Bali, I drink matcha latte with almond milk, plus here they do it homemade in many places, and I'm loving it. Now I'm addicted to matcha latte, but it's way healthier, and yeah, it doesn't get me this kind of edginess I used to get with coffee. So yeah. Anyway, I bring you today a very exciting video for complete beginners. Because even if you take a good photo, it doesn't matter how good it is. I'm sure when you compare yourself to other photographers, you're gonna feel like your photo is not as good as them. Why? Because professional photographers are very good at editing their photos. And it takes years to master editing. So don't feel discouraged about this, because today I bring you a video for you to edit your photos professionally without having to go crazy about it at the beginning. Because I know it takes time, and many times we don't have the time because we just want to be professional and be able to charge for your photos as well. So today I'm gonna focus in complete beginners. You're gonna see how in few clicks you're gonna be able to level up your photos very easily. And then with time, you can learn the software you want to use more in depth. But till that happens, you're gonna be able to edit your photos in a very good way from today. For those new here, I'm a professional photographer and creative director, and I was living in London for 11 years, and now I moved to Bali. So I share weekly videos about photography and the creative industry, and also vlogs about my life in Bali as a creative. So if we share the same passion, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell button to don't miss out, because the algorithm, you know how it is, I'm sure you heard about it. And let's jump into the video. Don't worry, I won't be talking too much about Adobe Lightroom if you are not ready for it, but I'm gonna be talking about a software I always recommend because I've been using it way before I started my YouTube channel, and it's incredible for beginners and for professional photographers as well. But today I'm gonna focus in the easy part of the software for you to see how simple it is to edit your photos. For those who know already my workflow, you know which software I'm talking about, and that's Luminar Neo. It's a non-subscription software, and it works as a plugin for Lightroom and Photoshop. It's how I personally use it, but it works as a standalone software. So if you don't want to pay subscription at the beginning, you don't have to, because with Luminar, you can do everything professionally and as a beginner, and you pay once and you own it. And on top of that, they are running a huge summer sale now of up to 80% discount in some of the plans, and then you're gonna get an extra discount through the link I'm gonna put below. So this is your best chance, if you like the software, to take it, for you to start experimenting with your photos and level up your photos. And here I have Lightroom. This is honestly my workflow. So I use Lightroom, then I launch Luminar, and then Photoshop. The reason why I use Lightroom is because I like to apply my own presets. I do have my own style already, and I always apply the same presets over and over. You have them on my website, by the way, if you want to check them out. So after applying the preset, then I open Luminar. So for example, I'm gonna edit this photo first, because this one is a perfect example. I want to show you something very specific, which I love about Luminar. And I'm not gonna apply any preset here for you to see that you can do everything in Luminar. So I would go here, right click, edit in Luminar Neo. And here you're gonna see that you have presets as well. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go to sunsets, because this photo was taken during sunset in one beautiful villa I was shooting the other day. I do have a video about how I shot this villa, and you're gonna be able to learn about how to shoot real estate photography. So go check it out later if you like. So it was taken during sunset, so I'm gonna go to the sunset presets, for instance. And I'm gonna apply this one, Hyperdrive. And don't worry, it's way too much, but I'm gonna reduce it till there may be. Yeah, so this is the before, very pale, and here is the after, before and after. In one click, you already improved the photo by a lot. But wait for it, because there are more things I want to show you. I'm gonna go now to edit, and this is a new update of Luminar Neo. So I'm gonna go to this new tool, which is called Twilight Enhancer. And there are a few presets: Golden Hour, Blast, Emerald. I'm gonna leave this one because I know it's gonna look good already. And I'm gonna apply it a little bit. Do you see? By AI is lightening the whole photo like it was like a dark sunset, which it was, but many times the camera doesn't get it as we see it. So this is the before and this is the after. I don't like to overdo anything, and don't be a beginner with this because I've been there as well, and overdoing edits is not good. So I'm gonna leave it in 30 more or less, and you're gonna see now that I'm a bit dark, but it's fine because I'm gonna go here and you can modify every single thing of the picture, the sky, the scene. So here in the scene, it says relight human, myself. So you just have to play around. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And now it's perfect. I don't have to mask anything. It's doing it by itself with AI. So I'm gonna leave it in 10 maybe. So I'm well lit. And this is already the before and the after. It's super nice. And then I'm gonna apply a tool I love about Luminar. This one was there for a while, which is called Mystical. Let's go here, and you're gonna see what it does with a slider. You don't have to do anything else. Let's go up a lot so you're gonna be able to see it. You see, it's like a dreamy effect. This is nice to give a filmy look to your photos as well. I'm gonna do it just a little bit so it softens the image. The next thing I'm gonna do is apply another preset, because if you go here to mood, these are the LUTs or presets in Luminar. There are a lot of them, but you can even get more LUTs from the Luminar library, or you can build your own as well. So I'm gonna go to creative. This one is very nice. It gives like a matte effect in the photo. But I'm gonna apply this one because it gives like an editorial look to the photo, maintaining the colors. I'm gonna exaggerate it for you to see. It gives like this kind of editorial tones, but I'm gonna reduce it. I'm gonna leave it in 35 actually. There you go. This looks amazing already. And you saw how easy it is. I didn't have to mask. I didn't have to know anything about curves or things like that, or levels. If you are new on this, Luminar is gonna do everything for you because it's very intuitive as well. So let's go up here, and you have a tool I love, which is called Enhance by AI. And this is the accent. You see how it relights the image? It's a lot, so I don't wanna do it a lot. I'm gonna leave it in 20, before and after. Just subtle changes are way better than overdoing the edits. Always. It's better to don't edit much than over editing, okay? Because that's very amateur, so don't do that. And now I'm gonna show you the before and after with this tool I love from Luminar, this slider. This is the before, and this is the after. How incredible it is, and it took me nothing, 2 minutes, literally, before and after. And this photo was fully edited in Luminar, which shows you like you don't need Adobe if you don't want to pay subscription for now. I pay it because I really like Lightroom, but I do love Luminar for other tools. So you can have both like I did for 5 years. This is up to you. Now I'm gonna go for another one, very different, which is a landscape. And here, what I'm going to do in this one, yes, because I love my Moody Greens preset, and it's one of the best sellers, is the preset I use for all my travel photos, and is this one, Moody Greens. I mean, look, one click and the photo is edited already, okay? It looks amazing, I love this preset. And just like it is, without touching anything in Lightroom, for you to see that you can do it in Luminar, I'm going to open Luminar, double click, edit in, Luminar Neo. So this is the photo. For me, it looks amazing, but Moody Greens is very moody. So sometimes you have to be careful because it can be quite dark. So I'm gonna go to edit here. I'm gonna go to this super simple tool, which is Enhance, and I'm gonna raise the accent. Look, it's relighting the scene in such a beautiful way because it creates this kind of contrast so the image doesn't get just overexposed. So this is the before and this is the after. And then I'm gonna go to Mystical again because I really love that effect to soften the landscape a little bit and make it more dreamy. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna apply a little bit. There you go. Then I'm gonna go to Vignette. You may know this already. I love to do this. Just a tiny bit, not too much. There you go. Then I'm gonna go to Color. I'm gonna desaturate tiny bit, just the vibrance. There, it's perfect. And now I'm gonna apply another preset actually within Luminar. So I'm gonna go to Mood, and there is one I love because it really matches the Moody Greens. This one, Candlelight. You see before and after. It creates even more moodiness in the photo, and I love it. Maybe a tiny bit less, there you go. There is something I love about Luminar as well, and I had to tell you, which is the history. The history in Photoshop, you have to remove every single step till you reach the step you want to come back to. By Luminar, if you go to Edit, you're gonna see every single thing you did, and you can come back to it and modify it. So basically, you don't have to worry about messing up because you can go to the edits panel and you can always modify. For instance, here, maybe I applied too much vignette. So I'm just gonna reduce a little bit because it's too dark. That's it, and I fix it. So for beginners, this is very good because if you are a beginner, you're gonna go crazy in Photoshop many times because you're gonna be messing up, coming back, messing up, coming back. And with this, you can always save all the edits and come back to them whenever you want. So this is great. And the last thing I'm gonna do here, and I'm gonna show you, is the sky tool in Luminar. It's very popular Luminar because of this. You go to Enhance, and you have one tool called Sky Enhancer. So focus your attention in the sky. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm gonna raise this. You see, before and after. It's gonna recover the colors and the clouds by a lot from the raw file. So this works very well. And then in Sky AI, you can even change the sky. I'm not gonna do it because I like it like this. Then you apply the edits and now you have the picture already edited. And this is super simple because I know it's very intimidating to go through the curves, to go to the levels, to go through the sliders of Lightroom. Till you learn that, you can still edit professionally very easily. And now I had to edit a portrait because if you don't know, most of you know already, if you are subscribed to my channel, I'm mainly a portrait photographer and I love portrait photography, but I shoot within other niches. So I'm gonna edit a portrait now. I'm going to edit this self-portrait I took during golden hour in the villa I showed you before and I was shooting the other day, and I think it's beautiful. I love the lighting here. So I'm gonna apply one of my presets, which is this one, make it colder. You can do this in Luminar, but I just do it here. There you go. And then right-click Luminar Neo. The reason why I bought Luminar 4 by then, 5 years ago, was to speed up my process retouching portrait photography professionally. Because years ago, Photoshop didn't have the tools they have now. So I had to buy Luminar because for me it was totally worth it. And since then, I attached to Luminar because I just feel like everything is too intuitive and very easy, and you will see now in a second. So I'm gonna go to the edit panel. I'm gonna go to enhance right away because it really fixed the lighting of the image, even though it's quite good already. You see, more and less. So I'm gonna do it like that, before and after. It gives such a beautiful contrast because many times you raise the exposure and it's very flat, the image, and very bright. I don't want that. So with accent, it's basically respecting the three-dimensionality of the light, if you can say that. So I'm gonna keep it in 35. This is perfect already. Then I'm gonna go to vignette. I had to do this because I always do it, and it focuses the attention in the subject way more. So I'm gonna keep it in 40 and reduce the size. There you go. And now let's go to the portrait edits because I love these tools in Luminar. So let's go here. You have here face. This is something I use every single time I edit portrait photography, which is always basically. And you can raise the face light, and by AI, you see, it's gonna detect where the face is. No masking, no nothing, automatically. Before and after. So now my face stands out a little bit more. Then I'm gonna go eyes, it's fine. I could enhance my eyes, but I'm not gonna because they're bright enough, but you have the eyes tools here. You have more videos on my channel and you're gonna be able to see how it works. It's amazing. But I'm gonna go to skin. This is something I use every single time as well because it's very easy to retouch skin this way. So you're just gonna see my skin. It's not too bad, but it's very shiny. It was very hot. It's Bali. And I don't have perfect skin, okay? I have so many little marks because of the sun and things like that. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna raise this slider by a lot for you to see. And look at my skin. This is the before and this is the after. It softens the features of the skin, the imperfections. Again, don't overdo it because otherwise you look like a doll, and that's not natural. We have pores in our face. Another beginner mistake. So I never do more than 40. 40 is the maximum I do, and then if I have to fix something, I clone it or I do it manually. So then the other tool I love is shine removal. This tool, I use it a lot in studio photography because obviously with the flash, you see very shiny skin many times because we have oily skin. So you're gonna see here, I'm gonna rise it. Focus your attention in these parts here, in the shiny parts. This is the before and this is the after. It's very subtle, but it's removing that harshness in the skin. So yeah, this is something I use all the time as well. There is another new update in Luminar Neo. There are many, but I cannot talk about all of them because this video will be way too long. But one of them, and I love, is luminosity masks, which is very good because you're gonna be able to select the highlights and play with them to retouch them, change the temperature or the brightness. So I'm gonna show you quickly, I'm not gonna do anything here, but I'm gonna show you quickly how it works. If you go to, for example, super contrast, go to masking, luminosity. So by AI is analyzing the photo, and then the red part is the mask. So you're gonna be able to see here the amount of highlights you are selecting. Then you go to adjustments, and you would be able to retouch the highlights however you want, okay? I'm not gonna apply anything because I like my highlights here. I'm gonna remove it. This is just to show you how easy it is to mask in Luminar as well because you don't have to do anything manually. And I'm gonna apply another LUT here. And you choose the LUT you want. You have so many, cinematic toning, you see? And you can always change the opacity, which I love because many times I don't like the preset, or maybe I like it, but just a tiny bit. So for this one, I'm gonna apply portrait toning, this one, Gloria. But you see, it's way too blue, and this is a total beginner mistake, overdoing edits, it's terrible. So I'm gonna apply it, but then I'm gonna reduce it. Instead 30, I'm gonna put maybe 20 is not bad. You see the blue shadows, but it's cinematic, it's not overdone. I'm going to show you something very quickly as well, because this is very creative. So if you go here to sun rays, you can place a sun. And it makes sense because obviously the light was coming through one side, and it makes sense there is a flare there. So I'm gonna put a sun here, and then I'm gonna raise this. This is terrible, but bear with me. I'm gonna put it more like that. You can control everything, okay? So what I'm gonna do is modify the sun rays. I don't like the sun rays, they look fake on this photo, so I'm just gonna remove them. I'm gonna apply some warmth as well, so it's more natural. This is relighting the whole scene, respecting the light you put there. By AI is simulating the lighting in the photo, which is great because it's more natural. Then you can change the overall look. You can put it there, maybe, yeah. I'm gonna move the sun farther away, there you go. So it's not right in the corner. Now it's way more natural. I think it looks amazing. This is the before, and this is the after. Before, after. I would do more things because I can stay in the same photo forever because I love it. I love editing. But then this is something super nice for you as well. You can save the preset. What I'm gonna do now is go to Actions, Save as Preset, and you can put a name, Golden Portrait. And now you have already a preset saved. And now I'm gonna apply that preset in a similar photo for you to see how much time it saves you as well. So I'm gonna go here, edit in Luminar Neo, and here in presets, you have my presets, and you have Golden Portrait. So you click on it, there you go. You already have the photo edited with every single edit you've done before. And you can even remove the opacity as well. So this is the before, and this is the after with your own preset. You don't have to do anything else. So I'm not gonna keep editing photos, but you saw how you can edit landscape photography, portrait photography, just with Luminar Neo without having to own any other software. But I'm honest, I use Adobe every single time and then Luminar to use specific tools. I love this workflow, it works for me, everyone is different, so this is entirely up to you. But now, as I said before, Luminar Neo has an incredible sale for summer. I don't know till which day, so if you like it, go check it out because it has a huge discount. Is a lifetime software, and with the code I'm gonna link below, you're gonna get an extra 20 on top of the summer sale. So you don't have any excuse to edit your photos professionally. By the way, I have a tiny announcement for everyone who is supporting my channel. Thank you so much. And I'm working in the video I told you about how to travel for free with your camera or for very, very cheap. And I'm already editing the video. It's gonna go live this week, 100%, because I'm working hard to finish it. So you're gonna have that exclusive video very soon in my private community. And I'm going to attach to that exclusive video a pitching email template for you to know how you have to approach hotels and resorts as a photographer to get those jobs and those collaborations. So I'm very excited about this video, but it's taking me a bit long to edit, but it's gonna be worth it, I promise. If you are not a member yet, if you are not a supporter yet, feel free to check it out. It's just for the price of 2 coffees per month. It supports my work a lot, and I try to always help you on a monthly basis over there with extra content. I'm gonna link it down below. And if you want to know more about Luminar or check out more tutorials, I do have a full playlist I'm gonna put somewhere here, and you're gonna be able to learn way more about photography editing. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet, and like the video because it helps me a lot, and I will see you very soon. Mwah. Big love from Bali.